Boom! Welcome back. Today is day number 11 of keeping you updated every single day on uhook.com, the peer-to-peer rental marketplace for renting anything. Today is a fantastic day, so let's get right into it. Fuck, I'm not even on the right screen. One day I'll get it right. Oh, actually, before we get into it, I just want to say this and put this out there. We are currently working on an intro video, which will basically be put in front of every single one of these videos, kind of just to explain what we are doing. So I'll give you a quick summary. Basically, me and my brother had this idea for an app. It was, obviously, I just told you, a peer-to-peer rental marketplace to rent anything. So think of it as like a Facebook marketplace, right? But it's more, instead of selling things, you are renting things from your neighbors, renting things from other people. It's like an Airbnb for anything. Think of it like that. That was our app idea, right? So about a year ago now, we started the development of the app, right? We met with developers. We told them about our app idea. Everything was going smoothly. However, the one issue was we made a big mistake with the design, right? The developers we were using they were good at developing, but they weren't good at UX and UI, all that type of stuff, right? So we kind of did the whole website with that without really realizing that was going right under our noses the whole time, that the website was going to look like a fucking potato. Anyway, the developers developed the entire app or the website, I should say. And that was about a year later. Then we realized, if we're going to have to start marketing and kind of actually trying to get rental shops to post their rentals on this app, we realized that even ourselves, we wouldn't want to post stuff on this app because it looks trash and it looks like you're going to get scammed on the website. So we realized we made a big mistake and we needed to redo everything, which is when we realized that also our budget was already the fuck down. So we had to take matters into our own hands, me and my brother. So now we are at the point where we are updating the entire UX, which is UX stands for user experience, and UI stands for, I don't even know what it stands for, but UI is more of like the backside of things, kind of. But we're all about design at this point and kind of functionality of the website, right? So we are doing that, me and my brother, from scratch, manually. That's what we're doing right now. And what we're doing is we have a deadline at this point. Our deadline is January 31st. We gave ourselves this deadline to complete this update because it is a massive update. We are updating a very, very, very complex website. But, we're getting less sleep. We're working 16, 15 hours a day, both of us combined together, and we're going to reach this deadline of updating this website. So what you're seeing right now is every day we're updating you on everything that we did just to keep ourselves accountable. So we are actually working on this thing every single day and trying our very best. That is what this is for. We're just keeping you updated. And yeah, I'm just giving you this quick rundown because we don't actually have an intro video to kind of quickly explain and concisely explain what I just said. So without further ado, today we're going over parts of the rental manager. It is almost complete. Like the design aspect of it is almost complete. However, today and tomorrow, I'm working on the flow and what's the word for it? Kind of the all of the functions and features of the rental manager page. And my brother, or my bad. And the second thing we're going over today is part of the notification center. We're going to go over some of the notifications that we added. So my brother already designed the entire notifications. It's already basically complete, the design portion. Now we're going through the functions of it and we're going through the actual notifications that the user will get. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Bang. Now we actually got it the first time. I didn't fuck it up and not have it ready. Now it's all ready. So boom, let's go over the rental manager right here. This is kind of the final-ish design. We're not sure if it is going to be the final design, but this is kind of where we're at so far with the rental manager. I mean, not rental manager, Sorry, I was saying rental manager this whole time. I meant to say active rentals. So after you accept a rental request, right now we're on the owner's view. So this is not the renter's view. This is completely the owner's view. So once the owner accepts a rental request, it goes to the active rentals tab. Now, there's two possibilities that could happen when an owner accepts a rental request. The payment of the user can go through, or the user could have locked their card, or they had insufficient funds on the card and the payment did not go through. So, in either or situations, this is how the rental will show up, right? You accept the rental request, it goes to upcoming rentals right here. And it's either the payment went through and then it says not active because obviously the rental is not active, it is scheduled, or the payment is pending. Those are the two options right there. Now, if you start the rental because the owner on the day of the meeting and of the day of the rental, the two users have to meet up, the owner and the renter, and the owner has to start the rental. The user confirms the rental is in his hands and they made this swap. And then that's when this turns into rental is active because the owner no longer has the rental and it is active because it's being in use. So the way we design this is, here's kind of the quick breakdown. It's the item, right? So the owner can quickly identify which item is being put out, right? And then it's a little swap icon to indicate that it's like being transactioned. What's the word for that? I don't know, whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? And then we have the user, right? This way they can see which users are using their item because they could have multiple rentals in the same day, right? And then we have, right, so this right here, it says ending date, right? But if the active is not started, right, it'll say starting date. And then obviously if the payment is pending, it'll just say on hold. Now, the last thing is we have the status of the rental. Now, if you want further details, right, you click on it, boom. This design right here is particularly the one for the rental that is already active. So obviously you're going to have an end rental. You won't have a start rental option. So this entire thing, what is going on? Hello? That was weird. So this entire thing right here is going to be, oh, that's my brother right there. I don't know what he's. Can he please move? I'm trying to make a video. So that entire thing you saw right here, this entire thing you see over here is this page down here. So once you click on a rental, boom, you get here's like the summary of the rental, right? So first you get the amount of days that's being rented, the item, the quantity is over here, simple and easy to access. You have the dates, you can access the dates, you can access the meeting location, or if it is a delivery, you can have the delivery location for the owner and the renter so they can confirm or change it, possibly. Right? The last thing you get here, which you don't get in the rental request, is you get a timeline, right? This is a complete timeline of the whole entire rental. Simple. I hope it's simple and I hope it's easy to understand. We're going to obviously see in the future if it works. If it doesn't, then we're going to change it. But this is it for now. It's an entire sequence of the entire rental. Okay? Now, we have a couple other versions. Oh, actually, no, we didn't design those yet. Sorry for that. Okay, yeah, so then you click on the price, right? Pricing details. You can always see the pricing details because the reason why we added the pricing details is because this is going to transition over into rental history. So it's important to have the pricing details there as well. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all of the technicalities over here and the functions. What I will show you is here, some more of the stuff. So let's say the payment was pending. The timeline will show payment obviously not processed. And another version is, right, when you click on the summary and the payment wasn't processed, it gives you a quick overview of what was going on so the owner isn't confused on what just happened, right? And if actually that does happen and the payment wasn't processed, the renter has 24 hours to update their payment method or the rental will be canceled automatically. Now, if the payment does not go through, the renter has the option to cancel it without being charged any fee. So that's where we are at mostly for now with these two things. And we will continue with the other kind of versions and we'll continue with the user flow tomorrow. Now, let's go to the second portion of the video, which is the notifications that we got going on. My brother gave me a little bit of notes, and I'm going to go through that as quickly as possible because I don't want to drag this video out too long. But let's go through here. We're going to Nav Notification Center. And just to mention before we start, we don't do any cuts or edits because this is just simply a documentation. We're not here to entertain you, really, to be honest. But we will actually have a more focused and more deliberate documentation after we complete the website on the deadline of January 31st. We are actually going to make more entertaining content. This is just for now, for the time being. We're getting as much done as we can. So let's continue with the notifications. The first thing he said to go through was most of the website is gathered notifications, right? So notifications, went through the messages, double checked, and found a bunch of notifications that I missed. I'm going to use them. Started writing help articles. Okay. So yeah. So he mentioned that he started changing up the help articles because we do have a help center. And as we continue and progress further along this update, we realize that the help articles are kind of now outdated because of all the new changes that we've made. So let's continue with the notification center. Boom. I believe this was shown yesterday. This is right. So this is some of the transaction notifications. This is some of the transaction notifications. Boom. 1. A security deposit of X amount has been charged for X item rental. It will be refunded once the rental ends. I think I already covered this, actually. I believe I covered this. Yeah, so these are just notifications, like how they will show up. These are the rental request notifications right here, right? Rental request pending, rental request denied, rental request approved, rental request canceled. Then we have active rentals. Or no, we have reminders, right? We have reminders to, you have this item scheduled for X time. You don't forget to leave a review, stuff like that. Boom, reminders. Then we got, what do we got? We active rentals. So the reason why we left a bunch of space here is because we know further down the line, once we're more progressing once we are closer to the finish of this website, we're going to have a bunch of notifications that we didn't include. So we left space for them here. But yeah, we got, what do we got? We got system updates. This is just like this is like notifications that we can send out as the company and as the developers, right? That's pretty straightforward. Let's continue. My brother said that he did some updates to the messaging and the notifications. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. So look, right? Let's say you click on a message. Boom, you click on it. It takes you to that message in the message center, in the messages. Right? And then, right. So now here, boom, wanted ad, right? You got a wanted ad. You click on it. Boom. Now it shows up. Or when you click on it, it brings you to the messages. Simple enough. Next, we got, what is this? Boom, this is like a double text. Same thing. This is all pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff to understand. I think we're going to have to make the design a little bit simpler, kind of easier to understand, because right now it's a little bit too complicated. I'm not sure if the developers will be happy with our prototyping design. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, this is all pretty straightforward. You click on the notification, it takes you to the spot. I don't know. I honestly don't know why all this was done. Perhaps it was because he didn't finish the messages. Last thing we got going on here is we started. Obviously, these are honestly trash as fuck. I don't know why this is here. But we started working on a little bit of skins for the notification center because we couldn't decide which skin to use. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it for the notification center for today. If you actually want to see what it looks like, if you haven't seen it or you haven't been around, this is what the notification center looks like at the moment. Take a look at that quickly. Now, yeah, I have a couple of notes. I'm not sure why all this is going on. Like, I think it's pretty straightforward that when you click on the notification, it takes you to the spot. However, I think this is kind of useless and kind of maybe confusing a little bit when the developers go through it. So I'm going to have a chat with my brother. But that is it for day number 11 of keeping you updated every single day on uhook.com. Thank you for your time. I will see you tomorrow. Peace the fuck